Gonna get it set up so it's all good.
Let me get this around.
Hey guys, if you are hearing me, okay, say hi. I'm trying to do all the things. I'm hearing myself in my ear. I don't think I need to hear myself. I think I need to hear you here. I haven't done, every time when I haven't done it, it feels like the first time all over again.
Yeah, he does.
All right. So as you guys are popping into IG, do me a favor. If you're hearing an echo, let me know if you're hearing an echo. Otherwise, give me a thumbs up or some hearts to let me know it's okay. As you guys are popping in Facebook land, Instagram land, Twitter land, LinkedIn land, let me know if you guys are hearing me okay. Just say, I hear you, Dr. Ellie.
Anisha is here. I see Anisha.
Hi, Nisha, Nisha.
She said, "Hi, booze." I love it.
All right. So I'm super excited today because we are going all in. Oh, you're hearing the echo on. Are you still hearing the echo on IG? Let me know if you're hearing the echo. Facebook is good. IG, y'all know I'm trying to give y'all the benefit of the doubt to still be around. So if you're gonna be around, we're gonna see. If you're not gonna be around, we will hang up and focus on Facebook and then join us in the group. All right, it's better now. Okay, good. Everyone say we're doing good. We're doing good.
Ah, good. That's always good to know.
All right, cool. Nisha, do me a favor and let me know how we sounding on IG. Thank you for popping in. So it is Women's Empowerment Month, and I have been blessed this month to guys pop in if you are feeling super amazing to be a woman this month. I mean, you could feel amazing to be a woman every month, but this month has been. You're hearing the echo. All right, cool. Let me see how I'm gonna stop the echo out there. Let me see if I can stop the echo. I turned you down. I muted you, but if I mute you, you guys can't hear me in Facebook. So I'm gonna have to get rid of IG. I love y'all. Join us
Well,
in
try and
Facebook.
see if it's ask them if they're hearing the echo now because I don't hear it anymore.
All right, IG, you hearing the echo? Let me know if you're hearing the echo, so if I can continue or move forward. Um, so yes, this month is all about women's empowerment, and we want to make sure that we are highlighting all the amazing women in our lives. And most importantly, I want to make sure that we are highlighting these badass CEO super sisters that I brought for you this month. We've been blessed with, oh my goodness, from the first week we spoke to Anisha, who came in and spoke to us all about visual branding. Then we had Tamara Mitchell Davis spoke about sisterhood and working together and collaborations. Then we had Tamisa popped in, and Tamisa took us down for digital marketing. So if you guys have missed any of these, definitely go back and see the replays. They are juicy. They are right on point. Last week, Sprincy Jackson popped in and she just spoke a little bit about franchising and building, taking one part of your business and creating the infrastructure, creating the standard operations procedures so that you can expand into more. We're talking about legacy generational business. We're not talking about that fly by night, blow a candle, here comes business, but we're talking about legacy. And today we're in for a special treat because we're going to be talking about wealth building. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about money attraction. We're going to talk about all the things that some of us may have fears in our
Mhm.
businesses and how we can start to move past that. Of course, I'm going to invite you guys to my special masterclass that's going to be on Thursday. It's Build Your Offer Masterclass on how you can create more sales in your business. We're going to dive deep into offers and things that are missing from your current offer. For those who have current offers, for those of you don't, now is the perfect time to learn how to do a proper offer that will scale easily. So we're going to dive into some of the behind the scenes things I've learned from 7, 8 figured people out there that everyone should know when creating offers. It's like such a simple thing, but it's not simple because when you're not getting the sales, when you're not bringing in the money, we always start. Just remember, everything starts, type it in the chat, everything starts with the offer. And if we're not clear on the offer, then everything starts to go out of whack. Now we got a lot of other things that's involved, but everything at
Yeah.
least starts with the offer. So that's why for Women's Empowerment Month, I wanted to stop, take a pause, and bring us back to the offer. So Thursday, that's that. Make sure you sign up at buildyouroffer.com, and you'll have access into our free class for that. Let me make sure I type that out. Buildyourownoffer.com. So you guys have access to that. Or my tribe, y'all know what to do. Type it out for me so we have access. I'll type it down in the bottom also. But let's get started. Let's get the conversation flowing. It's your girl, Sherri Somers, and she's going to tell us a little bit about who she is and why should they even pay attention to what's going to come out of your mouth right now. Get them a drop. Get them a one drop.
I love it. Also, just to let you know, Instagram, IG said they're still echoing. So
Mhm.
just want, I didn't know if you wanted to keep it going and so on. So just to let you know that they're still echoing over there.
They're still echoing over there. All right, so we're going to drop off of IG. Love y'all.
Mhm.
Sorry, I got to get my life together. But for now, we focusing on where everybody is. Go to joindrally.com and you'll be able to have access to us. All right. Bye, y'all.
All righty.
We'll try
Oh,
that again
well,
another time. Let's focus on who's here. Let's give those who's here all the attention. All right. Let's rock and roll.
all right. I'm super excited to be here. Hi, everyone. It's your girl, Sherri Somers. I am your life insurance expert. I specialize in helping you increase your earning power, protect your asset, and feel damn good doing it. So I'm excited about that. That's the mission of my business to help female, again, increase their earning power, protect their asset, and feel damn good doing it. So if you're ready to do just that, go ahead and give me a high five inside of the chat. Super excited to be here. I couldn't wait for my turn. Like could not wait for my turn. So you've been having some amazing ladies in here. So just coming after them is like, whoo. So I love it, love it, love it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Cherish, let's take them back because everyone gets to see us now where we're bringing in six figures, consistent six figures. But what they don't know is, and that's what these conversations are, and why I'm bringing in people who are more established in their business to come and share some of the behind the scenes, some of the nitty gritty, some of the things that you wish someone would have told you in the beginning part of what you do. So, what do you do currently? And then can you drop just one thing at the beginning that you wish someone would have told you when you were getting started in your practice or in your business?
Okay, so what I do right now is there's different arms of my business, but Sherry Summers Unlimited, I have a life insurance company, and I'm specialized in 49 states. So I have which means I can sign life insurance in 49 states in the United States. And along with that, I also teach life insurance agent how they can use the power of social media to market their business, because the old school way of doing marketing, door knocking, the grandma that used to come to your house and door knocking, cold calls, we don't do that. Matter of fact, my calls are inbound. Most of the time people see me on reels or saw me on IG and say, hey, I want to reach out to you because I need life insurance. So I not only sell life insurance, but I also teach other life insurance mom, especially the momspreneur who are super busy, how to get that message out there of increasing our community and also protecting your assets. So I'm super excited to be here. And one thing I wish I could tell myself back then is to be patient with the process. Number one,
Mm,
be patient with the process. The business you start with today may not be the business you end up with tomorrow. I'm a financial life coach in my space. I'm always dealing with your money and your mindset. So, yeah, so be patient with the process. That's the first thing I would say, I would tell people out there right now. That I wish I did back then. And
mhm,
of
mhm,
course, my favorite thing to say, life is a flow, not a force, right? Because
mm.
I remember being that hustle, that grinder, late night, and thinking I need to burn the night oil to be successful, to have a business, and that was not the case. I was naturally driven, so it was going to come no matter what. So life is a
Okay.
flow, not a force.
Ooh, I love that. Y'all type that in so you have that. Especially when it comes to money. Money is such a masculine energy. And I remember when I started doing sales, and my profit coach at that time, Susie Carter, she was telling me, we have to learn to feel more aligned and more in love with the concept of creating money in our businesses instead of having such a fear, instead
Yeah.
of I must make this money. And I get a lot of clients when they start with me, because they're investing at a level, they're always
Mhm.
like, oh my God, I got to go make back money. I
Yes.
remember when we were doing our first retreat, and my master, no, they weren't my masterminds, my academy students at that time was like, I'm gonna have to go find a pole to get on this, get to this, get to this retreat, because I need to get to this retreat. And I was like, ladies, I get it. You want to get to the retreat, but it's not going to happen with the force, and it's not going to happen with the heavy angst that's behind it. And that was
That's
the biggest growth for me, because I felt that feeling every time I dished out money. I'm like, okay, I got to do whatever I have to do. I got to go out there and work 50 hours and do 50 million
yeah.
things. And I began to realize the more I did, and you guys get this, I hope you receive this, the more I was pressing and doing, the less
Mhm.
it was coming in. Talk to me about your experience with that.
Yeah. So what you just experienced is you're repelling the money because you're operating in a
Hmm.
scarcity mindset. You're operating in feeling like you're the source of the money. So I physically have to make these calls. I physically have to do my lives and get on social media and do it. The money comes from me. And if I don't get out there and do it, now don't get me wrong, there's action and then there's faith. And what happened is when you're saying that if I don't do these things, then I won't get paid. And that is not true because your source comes from God. God is your resource, and his
Mm,
resource never run out. And when you know you have favors on your life, you're now entering into a place where you can take action, and your action matches your alignment, and then attract the favors of financial freedom that you need in your life. So we, number one, we know resources never run out. Like just like the trees, they may have leaves change within the season. That doesn't mean that you're sometimes just in between seasons. And then knowing that your source come from God, not from you, so you can now you're flowing into your purpose and you're working into your purpose. So when I wake up,
mm,
it like there, yesterday I had a call with you ladies, and I was like, listen, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not doing it. Years ago, it was like I'm sick and I still felt like I had to grind because I had to get myself out there. And as a person who grew the entire business on social media, if I'd miss a desk, I would start freaking out. But what I
mm,
realized that when I think in that manner, so see, this is what I teach my clients to rewire the way they look at sales so they can attract the life they desire. So my
mm,
sales doesn't come from me. My sales came from God. So since my
mm.
sales come from God, if I miss a day because I'm sick, I'm sick. So it's just about building that faith muscles.
I love it. I love it. Build your faith muscle and definitely operate more in flow. And it's the hardest things at time. And people always say, well, you can do that now because y'all are bringing in income. But when we weren't bringing in anything, we had to learn that aspect too, that yes, there is work that needs to be put into your business. Yes, we speak a lot with my tribe about creating systems and creating a flow of the system so that you can physically do less. But
Correct.
the key, one of the main keys, especially when we start to tap into sales, is really realigning yourself. One of the reasons why we went and we created the Biz Beach retreat was because what I felt our mompreneurs were feeling so overwhelmed in our space because we're being mom, we're being a professional, we're trying to start a business, we're trying to do all the things. And even through all that space, we were just doing too much. And in that space, that energy was repelling any money coming in. And they getting mad at well, maybe my landing page isn't working, and because the people didn't come to the class, and because I didn't go live on social media as much. It's not only that, that is not the source. Most of the time is yourself. Check yourself. So taking some time up aside from all of this, creating a ritual or a regimen before I even activate anything regarding to sales, I activate me first.
Yes.
I activate me first. So talk to me about, are there any rituals that you may do before attracting money that you feel that may help them, especially for people, new mom, busy mompreneurs who want to be out there and they want this business to work because everyone's looking at them like, you invest in money, sis. This better work.
Yeah, right. So let me say this. I believe that your business has to be set up to get money. Okay.
Mhm.
So your business has to be set up to get money. So if you put a post on social media and the person said, "Wow, I like that post. I'm ready to work with you." And you don't have a link to send them to, or your calendar to send them to, or for them to buy from you later, you're not set up yet, right? And I believe when you talk about alignment, even going to get deeper, right?
Come on, come
Another
on.
thing,
We'll give them the juice. That's why they here. I brought my super CEOs so they can go deep. Y'all ready for her to
so,
go deep? If you ready to type out the words deep.
so it's like
Deeper.
you're praying to God and say, "God bless my business," but you don't have an LLC. So what business you talking about? Because
Come
I
on.
can't bless a business that is not be seen as a
Mm,
business, right? God bless
mm.
my business, but I don't have insurance coverage on my business. Like if ladies, if something should happen to your business today, what happened? If you went to the doctor and you got terminal illness or chronic illness, and what happened to this empire? Code, that's what we're talking about, building wealth. What happened to this empire? Does it stop because you got sick or you pass away? Well, do you have key person insurance to make sure that you're covered, right? So you're asking God to bless a business, but it's not set up yet as a business. So you're out of alignment as in what you're asking for. So that's the first
Ooh,
thing, is to get in alignment. He want to bless what you ask for. He really want to bless it,
he
but he
does.
can bless what you don't have. It's not a business on
Ooh.
paper or financially until you have these foundational things
Come,
in
come on.
line. So we are missing money, not because the sales don't go out or no one see your post. You're missing because sales come from at a gas station. I've got clients from just pumping gas. I've got clients from somebody sitting with me at an airport. I'm on a plane. So sales don't always come from social media. I know that money come to me in increasing quantities through multiple resources
Come
on
through.
a consistent basis. So it don't have multiple resources. So it may not have to be when they see my live. It may be something where they met me somewhere at an event, or just going to take the trash from my yard. So, but I gotta be in alignment. And when I pray to God and say, "God, I need abundance and prosperity in my business," God is like, "Well, what business? There's no S corporation. There's no LLC. You're not. If something happened to this wealth thing that you're building, you don't have key person protection. All of that stuff. So give God something to bless."
That, so what Sherry is tapping into, and guys, do me a favor, especially for my elite legacy masterminders, drop the link in our group so they're reminded we're on live, because they're gonna get mad they missed it. And for my legacy launchers, drop the link in our messenger chat so they have access to it, because I don't want to hear them out. But what the key things that Sherry just mentioned is foundations. And what we are big on our tribe is building a brick, building a house, building our empire, building legacy based on foundations. And there are key things that we need to do to set up foundational aspects in our business. We've shared a lot of the strategies. We've shared to make sure that you have your identification with the state and federal government. Make sure you have your EIN. Make sure you have your business bank account. Make sure you have access where they need to find you. Like, we have to do the foundational work so God can do the rest. Right? We got to make sure that we're protecting our business with the life insurance. We got to make sure that we are doing our steps towards what we have to do. And this is why we changed the name of the group from just mompreneurs to CEO mompreneurs, because
Mhm.
you have to establish yourself. I have to establish myself. Because I'm making sure you understand, this is not just conversation, me telling you what to do. This is what I tell myself every single day. This is what Sherry tells herself every single day. How do we operate as CEOs in our businesses? How do we make sure our foundations are set? How do we continue building upon that? And then here's the last part. How do we make sure that we are in receptive mode?
Yes.
Talk
Yes.
about it. What's receptive mode to you? What does that look like? And what can you share with them to help them to be in receptive mode?
And I think I kind of answered that a little bit, or touch on that a little bit. Receptive mode to me, like when we talk about attraction, when we talk about abundance, when we talk about getting something, people will. You talk about it all the time. That I was, my title was revenue coach because I would just walk into money. I was telling you a story about me flying to Dallas, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for this. Yeah, the room was $997, and I was saying, okay, God, I got to figure out how to pay for for this room. And then someone saw my post on social media and says, hey, Sherri, I need your help. Yada yada yada, and the person is going to already be in Dallas when I'm flying there. So I said, oh, okay, here's how much the cost is, and the cost was just based on what the room was. So it wasn't even like it was going to pay for the room. So I didn't even go over like to make a profit. I just wanted to bless that person because I was already going to be there. And then it was like, boom, 997 came immediately right after that. But let's talk about come immediately. If I didn't have my link, if I didn't have my website, if I didn't have certain things set up, you see what I'm saying? I remember when the SBA loans was coming out, and so many people didn't get a chance to get their business cash flow because their foundation wasn't setting up. So it goes back to getting in alignment. So you're giving God something to bless. And then how many times someone call you for something and you're like, okay, let me get back to you because you don't have the link to send it to them. I was having dinner at Ocean Prime in Orlando yet this weekend, and a client was like, listen, you have any courses? A previous client. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing any courses, but you can do a fast track session with me. And she was like, okay, send me the link and I'll pay for your fast track session. I'm at Ocean Primes eating food, and the link, and I'm like, okay, sure. And I sent her the link and she paid for her fast track session with me. But if I didn't have those links prepared and ready, now I'm not talking to people who are getting there. I'm talking to ones who neglected or delayed getting it. So when you delay setting up your back office or your foundation, you're also leaving money on the table as well. And that's why we're out of alignment. I have a client that she needed to make a course because she does Medicare. She does Medicare for seniors, and she's like, I want to show other people who sell Medicare to how they should do it. I sent her someone. The person, she couldn't help the person. I sent her money, and she couldn't help them because her training courses was not set up. So we had to navigate and bless somebody else because she wasn't ready. So I think that's just super important, that when you give God something to bless, He will continuously bless you.
I love it. You guys, if you're loving this, heart this up. Make sure you're sharing this out. I know this is good information. The topic of this was building your financial confidence. Confidence for me comes from having your foundation set up. I feel
Yeah.
more confident when I can give them a link. I feel
Yes.
more confident when my payment system is set up and I don't have to say go to Cash App or go to Venmo or go to PayPal. I feel more confident when systems are set up to run. If something happens to me, something can run effectively. Our elite legacy mastermind, it's an investment. It's a big investment for our tribe. However, we're taking the time out to build the foundation. We're taking the time out to build the systems, and we're taking the time out so that if we do it in flow, because it doesn't happen within 3 months, it's a 1-year program. If we do it in that amount of time, we don't feel the pressure of, oh my God, I got to get this done right now. No, we get to activate the first system, then activate the next system, and then activate that system. And whilst we're operating in flow, all of a sudden, ask Joy, Dr. Joy, she was speaking about, she's one of my executive elites. Everything she's invested, each month she's making her sales goal, topping off her sales goal. And she came into working with me like, oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm making this big investment. I'm scared. I don't know. And I just said, if you just follow the system and trust the process and trust the God that you serve, I promise you, whatever you put out will come back in. But if you go into this with that energy of, oh my God, and the angst and all that stuff, you're going to block that receptive space for God to continue to bless you. She started like this. Now she's just chilling and money's just dropping into her account. And she's like, Dr. Allie's half the month and I already met my goal. So I love that I'm not, it's just it's not just me. I'm bringing in all these super CEO sisters so y'all can see that this is not just a Dr. Alley thing. We are all operating on the same flow. We're all supporting each other through this process because we get it. We tried it the other way. We're trying to help you to not do it that way. What do you want to leave them with so that they can build their financial confidence to secure wealth and legacy? What do you think God put in your spirit to leave these ladies with so that they feel more empowered?
I think financial confidence is a all around feeling that because we know life is going to happen. COVID, hello, life is going to happen. But I feel like financial confidence to me is when you secure all of the tangible things. And first, that's the first thing first is securing, make sure, because those are things you can literally write off. Like I got my S corporation or my LLC, see, boom, I got that. I'm working on my accounting or working on my books to make sure that my finances are in order. Boom. I'm making sure that if something happened to me tomorrow, this legacy that I'm building, I have life insurance for my business that's protected, and I'm making sure that part is taken care of, that my legacy doesn't stop. I have a client that I was working with. She said, Sherri, I hired a brand person, paid over $40,000 for the person. The person passed away. The person passed away. So that $40,000 was gone. $40,000 gone. The person passed away. The family don't know her from Adam, so they're like, we can't give you what we don't have. So one of the things she did was reach out to me because she knew that feeling. But she never want to put somebody in that space again. She can try suing the family and do all sorts of stuff. But she said, Sherri, I realized what happened to me, so I'm going to get key person insurance to protect myself from that happening. That's $40,000 she lost because the person she's working with, contract and all, doesn't mean anything because the person's gone, right? So so those are all things. So when I talk about from a tangible standpoint, we can check off the box. But the other part is asking yourself, look at you and I talked about this yesterday because I got this from you actually. That's why y'all need to come
We
to her
just share
class.
each other. We just do it. We just be biting each other's stuff. We love it. We like,
That's what you're talking. So, what is your weakness? Like, identify what is your weakness. Is your weakness when somebody put a revenue number out there for you, like your event that you have coming up, and they get scared because they're scared of numbers, they're scared of that investment. What is your weakness? What is that thing in your business that and you and I talk about that you said, Sherri, get off and try to figure out what your weakness is because I'm super driven. So I think this I would do the same thing when it comes to them as well, is identify what is that weakness for you? Because I know in the beginning that was for me. It's like I have a conversation, I will go hear what people have to say, and then when it's time to invest, I would find every excuse of why I couldn't do it at first in the beginning. And then when I understand the power that of the only way my business get better is through relationships, and the only way my relationships get better is to invest, right? So with that being said, you got to ask yourself, what is your weakness? And having and going back to what, so these are things that are intangible because you can't see it, right? So we had intangible things, which was making sure you get life insurance. Key term policy is a policy that protects you against, I think you just dropped the link, a free link for them to learn more about different type of life insurance. And then the other part is the intangible. How are you building your faith muscles? Because the way you look at sales now, as in, I am the resources, I have to do the marketing, I have to do everything, but I got to take my son to soccer, but I got to be a wife, but I just got engaged, I got to try to keep my fiance. You as be a mompreneur. There's no way, there's just no way in the world you can do all that. So you got to keep rewiring your brain of how you look at sales. And my favorite thing to say is sales come from your energy. So the energy you put out. I had a life insurance client that said, Sherri, I'm just not work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm getting these broke clients so they want a policy. They want a $20
energy.
policy for $100 million, but a $20 policy a month. And I said, but what is the energy you're putting out? Because you're attracting that. That's something you're putting out, because we are mirrors. So when you're talking about
Type out the
building up,
word mirror, y'all, because you have to resonate with that part. We are a mirror. of what's coming in and what's around us. Sorry.
Correct. 100%. So if you're putting out the energy of this is not working, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I'm worried about my business, that energy also going to flow out to other people and say, oh my God, you're going to attract back those type of people. So it's so super important to really learn on mirroring yourself, because Dr. Ali, know I'm super high energy.
We love
So
it. It's your girl, Sherri Somers.
it's the girl, Sherri Somers. So I just want, if anything gonna work on is work on you first, because when you work on yourself, as in building your faith muscles, look at sales as not just like something sleazy, but understand that you're helping somebody, and you'll totally see a difference when you start attracting those people in those big numbers.
I absolutely love it, guys. I dropped in the link. I know we went a few minutes over, but I dropped in the chat how you can get access to Sherri's free guide. Please make sure you're following her at it's Sherri Somers in all aspects, Facebook, Instagram, all the goodies. And get her free guide, whether it's for you or someone else you may know. Just check it out and see how you can learn about the different aspects of insurance, especially in protecting your businesses. Thank you so much for blessing our tribe with your genius. Thank you for showing up. I hope you all enjoyed the Super CEO Sisters for Women Empowerment Month. Each one was incredibly powerful. If you actually take a second just to resonate and digest what each one gave you, just believe that God sent them, because we literally just believe that God sent them, because it was a last minute decision, a last minute idea, that I said, hey guys, I want to do something for Women's History Month with my group, but I don't know what to do. And they're like, we'll come in, we'll come support you. And we literally just created it on the spot. Everyone took a Tuesday. And that's what masterminding and being supportive with other like-minded individuals does for you. That's what legacy is. That's what building wealth is. It's about working together. It's about supporting each other truly in this space, and knowing that you don't have to do this alone. Confidence comes from the more support you have around. Confidence comes from when somebody can tell you, girl, no, or girl, yes, helps to reconfirm you for that day. There are times we get on the calls, and sometimes one person is low energy and the next person will be like, oh, let me just pour into y'all. Let me help you to feel that confidence. Girl, you are such a badass. I am a winner. And that just brings us back into that feeling of financial confidence again, that I am a badass at what I do. So make sure you have people around you. Make sure you have your super CEO sisters around you that can hold you up during those moments when you're just not feeling your strongest, because we all have that. I want to thank you so much again for coming and sharing with us. Once again, it's Sherri Somers across all measures. That's her free gift. Guys, I will see you in Thursday. Don't ask what it is, just come. Like, y'all know I'll be dropping diamonds. Like, you're going to get more than whatever you think is going to be. Sign up for the session and just come, and just know that if you are there, God is sending something from you. Because I like to believe wherever I am, He is. So sign up, get your spot, share it with someone else, because there's someone else out there that needs to know this offer thing. Like, how do I even get money? How do I do it? And you're going to see it's a science and it's a weave. I'm going to talk all about that on Thursday. Sherri, I like to leave my guests with this. Can you leave them with a solid word, a solid phrase, something that you feel that will just hit on their spirit, so they can get off the session just knowing that that message was sent for them? I'm going to take off all these other flying things in front of us and just let them see you.
Awesome. So really, you were talking about confidence earlier. So I want to really make sure that we're clear, because confidence came from being clear on the results that you desire. So when you're clear on it, and you know without beyond a shadow of doubt what it is, then it builds your confidence, and then it builds your consistency. So because you're clear, you become confident in what you're clear on, and then you know where your goal is, and you know where you're heading. So now you start doing it consistent, whether it's going marketing or marketing your business, whatever that may be. But my final thought I want to say is this. First of all, thank you, Dr. Ali, for creating this amazing space for all of us women to come and share. And my thought that I really want to resonate with you, and I've been saying it all week: greatness is not built in isolation.
Mm.
Greatness is not built in isolation. So when you, the expert, decide to step out and be the authority in your space, understand it's not just a bit about making sales, or we just talk about making offer, is that you're pulling people up and you're showing that person, hey, I did it, so you can too. Again, greatness is not built in isolation. So it's places like this where you come and you get your nuggets to just keep you going and keep going forth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. What they're going to do now is they're going to pour back into you because we believe in pouring back into whoever comes by leaving their takeaways. So far, Astanda says, thank you for having your super CEO sisters. Takeaways are build your faith muscles. And thank you for the insight. Definitely will be building my muscles. And they'll pop it in throughout the time. And if you guys have any questions, Sherri is now in our CEO Mompreneurs group. So feel free to drop any questions below and I'll tag her if I see something that you guys that she needs to answer. But if you're following her and or you got her free gift, then you'll have access to her, right? So so that will also be another way of how you can get in touch with her. And as Tanda says, greatness is not built in isolation. I love y'all. Have an amazing week, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Deuces, y'all.